Hello everyone, this is Scott Caruso from App Deployment 1 here with my Week 2 Milestone 1 reflection video. All in all, it was a very good week in terms of keeping on schedule and getting things delivered for the application. I didn't have to request any feature changes for week 1. I delivered everything that I said I was going to deliver, and the application, I think, is coming along really well. I think there's some cleanup I can do of the interface and some polish I could do to make it look a little better and look a little more presentable. But in terms of functionality, it's exactly where I want it to be right now. There's still a long way to go and a lot of work to do, but it's coming along nicely. I didn't really run into anything that was hugely major that blocked me. I'll show you some of the key pain points as I'm showing you the app. But in terms of staying on schedule and delivering what I wanted to deliver for this week, so far so good, in the right direction. But like I said, over the course of the coming days, there's still a lot more work to do. Let's go take a look at what I've got so far and where we're going with it. So now here's the application, complete with fancy-dancy loading screen there. A real big feature. No, but now the true interface here. We've got the core MyGov button right in the middle there. The ability to search by zip code and an information page. Show the information page real quick first. It's a very simple info page. I can add a little bit more to later if I need to, but it's there for informational purposes. You've also got the zip code entry here, which fully validates right now. So let's say you enter something that's too long. It knows you did not enter 5 digits, so it tells you to try again. Let's say you enter something that is 5 digits, but is not numbers. It also knows you do not enter a zip code with 5 valid digits. There's a bug there where if you enter 5 digits but they're invalid, it still takes you to the next screen. I need to fix that, but it does properly validate the zip code. And finally, if you use a real zip code, 87676, or what is presumably a real zip code, it transitions as appropriate. The only validation that still needs to do that is not hooked up is recognizing when a valid number but an invalid zip code, as in the zip code does not exist, is entered, but that's something that will come as I'm actually calling the API that matches zip codes to congressional districts. And finally, geolocation also works, taking you to this next page. Now I'll hop over to Xcode real quick to show you that we are in fact pulling latitude and longitude data with the application. As you see there in the bottom, it has grabbed the latitude and the longitude for the current location of the user. We are also pulling GovTrack and Congress Sunlight Foundation APIs. I do not have logs for those, but we are pulling those in as well, so the APIs are hooked up. All this data here is static. It will be dynamic next week. And finally, all of this is hooked up as well. This page needs to be cleaned up a little bit. But as you can see, all the functionality that needs to be here right now is in. So that's my app as it stands. It's going to look a lot prettier and a lot better next week. But we're well on our way. We'll talk to you next week.